Hello, my name is Allison, and today I will be teaching you how to make different kinds of cocktails. I was a bartender for years and enjoy making myself cocktails at home and for guests. I think this is a good skill to have for when you're entertaining and you're able to make your guests different kinds of drinks. So some things you're gonna want to keep on hand on your bar cart. Starting from the left, you've got your shaker, your stirrer, your strainer, your muddler, and your jigger. A bartender in a restaurant will have many more tools than this, but these are the ones you're absolutely going to want to have. These are the essentials to keep on you at all times when you're bartending. Alternatively to using a jigger, you can use a spout pourer, put them directly in the liquor bottles. Much easier to use these to measure out alcohol. You're going to turn the bottle over, and as you pour, you're going to do a 6 count, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, stop, and you've got your perfectly measured 2 ounces of alcohol, so no need to use the jigger every time. You've also got your many different kinds of cocktail glasses. You've got martini glasses, coupe glasses, Collins glasses, pint glasses, rocks glasses, wine glasses, many different kinds of varieties. You don't need to go out and buy all of them, though it is good to have a few different kinds on hand at home because the size and shape of the glass does have an effect on the taste of the alcohol in it. And a few basic ingredients almost every cocktail is going to call for: your citruses and your simple syrup. For the citruses, fresh is always best. Do not get any sour mix or pre-mix for any cocktails. Get the fresh juices, get the limes, the lemons, the oranges. It will make a huge difference flavor-wise. And then for simple syrup, super easy to make. You're going to do equal parts water and sugar. Heat the water up on the stove. Stir in the sugar till it's fully dissolved. Let it cool. You're good to go. Now, starting off with the espresso martini, you're going to take a shaker, fill it with ice, do 2 ounces of espresso vodka, an ounce of Bailey's, and an ounce of Kahlua. You're going to shake that up really good, strain it into a martini glass. For the Aperol Spritz, you're going to fill a wine glass with ice, do the 3-2-1, 3 ounces of Prosecco, 2 ounces of Aperol, an ounce of soda water, and you're good to go. For the Negroni, you're going to take a rocks glass, fill that with ice, do equal parts, an ounce of gin, an ounce of sweet vermouth, and an ounce of Campari. Stir that up really good. You're all set there. Alternatively, you can swap the gin for Prosecco, and that is your Negroni Spagliato. For the mojito, take your shaker, put about 3 to 4 mint leaves in the bottom, 3 lime wedges, like a little splash of lime juice, and a little splash of simple syrup. Muddle that up really good. Top that with ice, pour 2 ounces of rum in there, shake that up really good, pour all of that into a glass, and then top it off with soda water. For the Cosmo, you're going to take your shaker, fill it with ice, do 2 ounces of vodka, an ounce of triple sec, a tiny, tiny, tiny splash of cranberry juice, and a tiny splash of lime juice. Shake that up, strain it into a martini glass. For a classic margarita, take your shaker, fill it with ice, 2 ounces of tequila, an ounce of triple sec, an ounce of lime juice, a half ounce of lemon juice, and about 2.5 ounces of orange juice. You're also going to do about an ounce of simple syrup in there. Shake it up really good, pour that into a pint glass. You're good to go. Another margarita is the blood orange. So instead of doing orange juice and lemon juice, you're going to do about 3 ounces of the blood orange juice. You can also add an ounce of Aperol to the mix to really darken it up and give it a good color. Another margarita you can do is a spicy margarita. So you can buy spicy tequila or you can make your own. Take your tequila bottle, pour a little bit of the tequila out, put some freshly cut jalapeno slices in there, let it infuse for about 24 hours. You're good to go. And then also, instead of using triple sec or Aperol, depending on what kind of margarita you want to make, you can get hibiscus syrup, pomegranate syrup, really any kind to get whatever kind of flavor you would like with that. For the Long Island iced tea, this is very alcohol heavy, so in your shaker filled with ice, you're going to do a half ounce of gin, rum, vodka, tequila, and triple sec, so all equal parts, all a half ounce there. You're going to do a little dash of lemon juice, shake that up really good, pour that into a glass, and top that off with Coke. Now for a white sangria, take your shaker, fill it with ice, do 2 ounces of Chardonnay, an ounce of peach schnapps, an ounce of white cranberry juice, shake that up, pour all of that into a wine glass, and top it off with ginger ale or soda water. That one's up to you. On the other side of that, you've got your red sangria. So, shaker filled with ice, do 2 ounces of Cabernet, an ounce of raspberry vodka, and an ounce of orange juice. Again, shake that up, pour that into a wine glass, and top it off with ginger ale or soda water. For your boozy coffee, you're going to take a Collins glass, fill it with ice. You're going to do an ounce of vanilla vodka, an ounce of Kahlua, an ounce of Bailey's. Stir that up really good and top it off with some cold brewed coffee. You can also top that off with whipped cream. It's very good and good for brunch. Another good brunch drink is your classic mimosa. Take your champagne flute, fill it about halfway to 3/4 of the way with Prosecco, depends how strong you want it, and then top that off with orange juice. Alternatively, you can do peach juice instead of orange juice, and then you've got yourself a Bellini. Lastly, for the martini, for just a classic martini, you're going to pick either gin or vodka, shaker filled with ice, pour the alcohol in there, do a half ounce of dry vermouth, and then you're going to mix that up and pour that, strain it into a martini glass. If you want it dirty, you're going to add a little olive brine to that. If you want it hot and dirty, you're going to do olive brine and hot sauce. If you want it dry, you're going to do even less than a half an ounce of vermouth, just like a little dash. And if you want it extra dry, it's going to be no vermouth at all. You're basically just doing 3 ounces of gin or vodka, chilled in the ice, and then strained into a martini glass. Speaking of martinis, Bond with his famous shaken not stirred. If you shake gin, it's actually going to bruise the alcohol and make it a weaker drink. So you always want to stir your gin. Thank you for listening, and I hope you all enjoy your cocktails. Happy mixing!